Microwaves can sometimes feel like a necessary nuisance, or at least a culinary compromise when it comes to cooking or reheating food. And I'm not even talking about rubber chicken or microwave popcorn catastrophes. I'm talking about those awful noises that they make. It often starts with a door that slams like a teenager closing off their bedroom, followed by high-pitched notes when entering the cooking time. And then a further beeping when the cooking is finished. Oh, that horrible beeping. Some microwaves only add to the cacophony by vibrating so much that you think the whole thing has gone haywire. Most of us just shrug, thinking this noise pollution is worth the convenience of a meal made in minutes. Now, I've long loathed microwaves for their auditory collateral damage, but I've finally found one that doesn't assault my ears. This is the Breville Compact Wave Soft Close Microwave, and it's actually a joy to use. Yes, my wallet took a bit of a hit when buying this, but this Breville microwave has been worth every penny. Today I'm going to give you a tour of this guy, tell you its pros and cons, and hopefully help you decide if this quiet, soft close microwave can make your kitchen a little bit saner. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And yes, here's a secret, even chefs use microwaves. We all do. They are really convenient. Now, this is actually the first microwave that I've purchased new. Believe it or not, I usually just go to the thrift store and I'll buy a microwave on the cheap because microwaves can be really expensive. Now, this one is more expensive than most microwaves. This is the smallest of the three Breville soft close microwaves that the brand makes, and this one was about $250, so not cheap, but again I think it's well worth it, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I should note that if you happen to be in Europe, the Breville name may not be familiar to you. I believe it's sold under the Sage brand there, but it is the same thing. Now, this unit is the Compact Wave. It's the smallest of the three units that I see for sale from Breville, and it's 0.9 cubic feet. So pretty small, but they do make a larger ones, and I think they go up to 1.2 cubic feet, and they have some of the same features, and well, even more, but this one is plenty for my needs. So this microwave has plenty of features, but let's talk about its headline and probably my favorite, and it's, well, the soft close function. So here's how it works. Once the door is open and you shut it, well, see, it not only shuts quietly, it actually automatically pulls in the door. Really neat. So, it's not going to slam. Even if you, do it pretty hard like other microwaves, it's not going to clang and bang. It's just going to quietly ease itself back in. And as you can see, once it's close to this entry point, it automatically pulls in the door. Almost like a really high-end luxury car with soft closed doors. That's what this Breville soft close lineup of microwaves has. I absolutely love it. If you're tired of microwaves banging and clanging with the doors, well, this is like whisper quiet. And that's not the only way it's quiet. If you are sick of your microwaves beeping and beeping and beeping constantly, well, this one has a mute button. So all you have to do is you press this button and it's going to toggle it on or off. It's off at the moment, now it's on, now it's off. That's it. You only have to set it once. If for some reason you do want the beeping, you just press the button and it'll turn it back on. But that's it. I know other microwaves have it, but not all of them do. This right here, to turn off that beeping function, it just saves my sanity. Now, another nifty function that this microwave has is an automatic door lock. So when the food is done cooking, the door will actually stay locked until you press the unlock button. Now that's great if you have kids. For me, that doesn't apply and I didn't need it, and this was almost a deal breaker for me until I read the instruction manuals and found that you can turn it off so that the door doesn't remain locked every time you're done cooking. To permanently disable the door unlock feature on this microwave, well, it's kind of like one of those old video games where you have to press multiple buttons, but thankfully you only have to do it once. So you press the door unlock button, the clock button, and the mute button in this sequential order. And what that's going to do is that is going to disable that so that the door is not locked when it's done cooking. Of course, should you decide you want to reverse that and you do want it locked every time it's done cooking, just do it again in that order and it'll turn it back on. Like other microwaves, this one has different power levels. So if you, let's say, don't want full power and you want to, I don't know, say melt some chocolate chips, you could put it, let's try 50% power and see how that does. So you could also do more gentle cooking with this, similar to other microwaves, and it's really easy. You just hit this power button and get what you need. And hey, hear that? No beeping. And a few minutes later, here's what we get. Not quite double boiler consistency, but as you can see, these are soft and really nice. And well, these could be ready to use. Nice, soft chocolate chips. And like other microwaves, there is a defrost button. There's a dedicated popcorn button, although don't do that microwave stuff. I've got better ways for you. This also has a dedicated beverage function, and the idea is that you can put your lukewarm beverage into the microwave and it will heat up between 140 and 150 degrees. I've got some water in here. Let's give this a test. The way it works is, well, you press the beverage function and, well, you can select the amount of cups. In this case, I have 1 cup. Another great thing I like about this microwave is this dial. Whether you're setting the time to cook or a measurement, it's really nice. The action is great. It's kind of notched and it just feels really, really good. So let's give this a try and see how it does. Okay, if only they'd invent a microwave that makes it so the handle is always pointed toward you when it's done. Okay, let's see how this did. And yeah, pretty much right on the money. Just a little bit hotter, 155, 56 degrees, but pretty darn close. And well, this beverage would be ready to enjoy again. Rounding out the features on this microwave, there is a food selection, although it's a little bit limited. You can set it to automatically cook pizza, potatoes, or frozen vegetables, and there's a little food menu, and you can adjust either the sizes or the weight or the measurement in cups by using the dial. And finally, a feature that I love in microwaves is, well, you could just press start and it'll go for 30 seconds, and if you want it to do more, you just keep pressing it and it'll add 30 seconds to the time. Very convenient. And perhaps most importantly, the microwave works well. It heats, reheats, and defrosts just as a microwave should, except with this one there's no beeps, bangs, or bother. It really is a pleasure to use. So those are the pros of this Breville Compact Wave soft close microwave, but let's talk about some of the cons, and well, we have to start with the price. As the cheapest model, it's still pretty pricey at $250, and they only go up from there. So, you know, compared to a similarly sized microwave, this is quite a bit more. Although it's not that much more. When I went shopping for microwaves, to buy this one and look at others, I was really surprised at the price of microwaves these days. Like everything else, well, they've gone up, and even a quote-unquote cheap microwave is anything but cheap. You can tell why I, well, just always buy mine at thrift stores, but not this one, because ultimately I thought it was worth it. Now, another thing to know about this particular model is, well, you know, it's got quite a few features, but not a ton. It doesn't have like air fry and other things like that. Now, others in the Breville lineup, the larger ones do offer some of those features, but this one, it's still a pretty basic microwave. This is also somewhat limited when it comes to kind of those food options to cook. You know, pizza, potato, frozen vegetables, popcorn beverage. It's got a few, but it, doesn't have a robust feature list. Although I'm not sure how many people really use those. Do you? If you do, put that in the comments below. And finally, there's these buttons here. These have a really nice soft coating. They're really, well, kind of nice to touch, and they're not hard, but I really do wonder how this is going to last over the years. Obviously, over the past several months, they're fine, but I really hope these don't wear off. And, well, that really goes for all these buttons, because they kind of have this, well, it's a little bit kind of a raised material here, and, well, I really hope they last and that they don't look kind of janky and start falling apart, but we'll just have to see. But yes, ultimately, I've really fallen in love with this microwave, and I'm glad that I bought it. It's, well, again, a little more expensive, but the sanity it has saved me, well, I am thankful for that every day, every time I use it. Do you have one of these? If you do, I'd love to hear your experience with it in the comments below. And, well, maybe if you don't own one of these things, what do you love and hate about the microwave that you have? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Okay, before we get to trivia time, a little bit of show and tell. Guys, I cannot believe what I scored at the thrift store this week, and this is like straight from the thrift store. This is a beautiful Staub enameled cast iron. It's almost like a wok. I really haven't seen a huge pot like this. It's still got the price tag on it. I paid $15 for this thing, made in France. It's even got the lid. I mean, this thing looks like it hasn't even been used. And if you're not familiar with Staub, they're like a competitor to Le Creuset. They make this beautiful enameled cast iron in France. I have some of their stuff, but, well, I've never had a piece like this until I thrifted it this week. I couldn't believe it. What should we cook in this thing? Let me know your suggestions in the comments below. Okay, trivia time. In my last video, I asked you to identify this strange looking device, and, well, so many of you knew it. This is, of course, well, this makes French fries. What you do is you put the potato in this, you press this down, and it shoots out the potato into French fry shapes that are then ready for deep frying. Oh, should we do an episode on French fries? They're one of my guilty pleasures. If you love them too, let me know. Okay, for this week's culinary trivia, we are back to the produce aisle. We've got a very odd looking grain thing here. It's not a pear. I'll give you a hint. It's not a pear, although it does look like one. What is this? If you know what this is, or you have a guess, put it in the comments below, and I will, of course, let you know the correct answer in the next video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Until next time, I hope you want to cook.